Good morning. So I'm just doing a self-reflection on my week 7 question, which is organizational identity and corporate culture and the impacts it has on fast fashion. So it was really interesting to me being able to do this question because a lot of people my age, especially myself, don't really know where our clothes are being made. Obviously, being a uni student on a budget, we opt for more cheaper clothes that are easily accessible and they're promoted on a lot of the social media platforms that we have. So I decided to delve into a UK based brand called Misguided. And it was really interesting to me figuring out where the clothes are actually made and the impacts that it has on not only the brand but the consumers as well. So, organizational identity is defined as a set of statements that organization members perceive to be central, distinctive, and enduring to their organization. Whereas corporate culture refers to how a company portrays itself to the public. Although internal culture and values are integral to shaping a company's identity, the corporate culture definition applies to a company's visual assets and brand design. So, delving into Misguided as a brand and what their corporate culture was, I examined this through one of their UK documentaries that they released. And it was a behind the scenes of their head office and all the lovely young girls working there and what a close knit community they were. So, this was interesting because they have a lot of mission statements they release, which is empowering females across the world, providing affordable clothing before our competitors have the chance, and everything we create is from the heart. So, that was interesting hearing um, really what they want to show their consumers, right? But once I delved into their organizational identity, I realized they actually went out of business in May. So all of their garments and products were being made in a Pakistani wear shop. So since going out of business, it left all their employees hungry and homeless, and less than 2% of the $60 million that the business owes to its suppliers is still anticipated to get paid. Despite the fact that females make up a majority of the garment workers in the fashion industry, Misguided supply chain doesn't seem to follow the company's objective. There's no proof of worker empowerment programs or payment, which is above a living wage. It was quite disappointing to see because I also researched into a journalist who visited these Pakistani sweatshops. And he said that we have also found that there was an increase in sexual and verbal abuse and symbolic violence, mainly from line supervisors pushing women to work faster to meet unrealistic production targets. And he released this to the Sunday Post. So that was really disheartening to see. And it just shows what underlying factors go on with these big brands that are worth millions of dollars and they don't even have the time to pay their workers the correct wage. So, overall, I was really happy with my discussion question. I felt quite lucky to get that, and I was able to get a lot of my information from really trustworthy websites such as the ABC, the BBC, as well as the subject readings that were provided to us. So that was on feed.org, and that allowed me to get an insight prior to deciding which brand I wanted to choose. So when it comes to reflection of the task, I feel like I could have used a lot more journal articles as opposed to websites, just to get different perspective or studies that have been done. um, Also, I feel like it might seem a bit rushed. I'm the type of person when I do assignments, I like to give myself 2 days back to back to really delve into it. All the knowledge is fresh in my mind and just write. But sometimes I can come across a little bit rushed, which I was worried about. So the night before my assessment, I ended up going to bed at about 2 a.m., sorry, when it was due at 9 a.m. I woke up an hour prior to it being due just to really get fresh eyes where I'm not sleep deprived, to go over everything. But I feel like if I gave myself a lot more time to do the assignment, it might have come together a bit nicer than what it has. So that's obviously something I need to work on in the future. So some things that I'm quite happy with and made me aware from our last task that we did for Mark 322, which was assessment 1A, um, was realizing that you can't have American spelling, which is obviously hard because on my Word documents, it just automatically corrects to American spelling. And with the word organizational, it's usually spelt with a Z. Um, so I've made a really big effort to try and take away all the American spelling throughout this report. I hope there's none in there, but it just made me aware with obviously going into a third year subject, those little things that you need to be aware of. Same when it comes to grammar. Um, so this is the longest I've spent double checking an assessment ever, but it has been really rewarding and it's opened my eyes to, the standard that we need to keep throughout uni and into future work. So overall, I have really, really enjoyed doing this assessment as much as it stressed me out. Um, I'm quite happy with it and obviously open to all criticism and feedback that there is. So, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed my self reflection. This is the first one I've done over audio, but yeah, I hope you enjoy my report. Thank you.